Hello lovelies, Rod Danger Fox here. I'm gonna continue What If Deku was an Enderman, and it has been so long since I tried to redo any other of my older series, and I'm really sorry. Some of you guys actually want to see more of this, and also everyone, I have to give a disclaimer right now. I am doing a collab with someone, and I'm gonna put their channel right on the screen right now. So if you want to go follow them, their work is really good. So I suggest you go watch them. Okay, the channel is on screen right now. If you want to pause the video right now and you want to type this name, and here's the entire how it looks. Okay, everyone, I am sorry for this. I forgot something about the Enderman that I'm pretty sure everyone knows. Enderman cannot touch liquids. So that means like water, like saliva or anything. Izuku cannot touch it, or else his skin will actually burn and he'll get a burn mark from it. And I'm gonna do the bus ride because I forgot how to do it. I forgot to do it actually, which sucks in my case, so here we go. Okay, so on the bus, Deku puts one of his legs on top of the other. As Suyu asks, "Hey, Izuku, why is there a burn mark on your foot?" Izuku pulls out a piece of paper and writes down, "Enderman cannot touch water. If we try to, our skin will become burned, and it will be a while for normal flesh could grow underneath it." Basically, it's like this. When Endermen touch water or a type of liquid, that part of the skin will become burned. Like how a human burns their skin when they touch fire. After that, that skin will stay on for a while. It will usually take up either half 10 months for new skin could grow, and that old skin could go off. Or sometimes it could be longer, depends on the Enderman's age. If they're younger, it will take longer. If they're a bit older, like me, which I am a 16-year-old, it will become shorter when you get older if you are an Enderman, or in this case for me, it becomes even shorter because I am a hybrid of two races. And Uraraka comes up and says, "Is that why you cover a portion of your face?" As Uraraka tries to pull his hair off of his face, and then Izuku immediately just slaps her hand off. Izuku's face looks in fear. He apologizes to Uraraka and says, "Sorry about that, just something important that I don't want to talk about." Okay, that's all the background information you're gonna get. So, we already know what's happening. Kirishima said, "Oh, they have fake villains here, even though they're real life villains." Aizawa goes down there and beats them up. And in fact, the doctor tried to figure out a way to have no moves that have Enderman DNA. So, but they all failed, and some even died in the process. So they're unable to be usable. Anyways, I have to make sure the timer doesn't go over my time limit, or else I cannot post videos, which sucks in my case. Okay, so sorry, it's nearly 2:51 in the morning. Gosh darn. Okay, so in this case, Deku is actually teleported into the water zone, but before he touches the water, he teleports onto the boat because of his natural fear of the water, because if he goes in there, he'll become severely burned. and then he would probably die from that serious burn. It's basically when an enderman gets a burn when touching water, it's like a third-degree burn. And that's no joking around. If you actually have a third-degree burn, I suggest you literally go see someone. It doesn't matter if it's like a first-degree burn or third-degree burn. Just go see someone's help. In this case, enderman gets third-degree burns when they touch a liquid. If it's like a corrosive liquid like acid, then yeah, it's understandable if it hurts. But if it's like water, people are like confused on why Enderman gets hurt by water, but then they realize Enderman's body has not been used to water in a long time. And so their body is naturally weaker to water than anything else. So a lot of times, the entire school in middle school tried to get Deku wet by pouring water all over him to see what he will do. Immediately before the water even touches Deku, he teleports away, which is a natural fear. But it doesn't burn like the human skin, it only burns like the Enderman, for some reason. Sorry for any background noises. After Izuku teleports, he sees Sue grabbing Mineta, and after that, he doesn't go near them because they are soaking wet. And cause, as you saw in the previous video, hold on, let me show you his hero costume once again. His hero costume, it's pretty revealing. And so, after that, Izuku, Sue, and Mineta create a plan. In this case, Deku will be getting burns on his back and arm. After that, Izuku and Sue and Mineta finish off the villains over there. Izuku immediately attacks the Nomu. Because he attacked Shigaraki, Izuku attacked the Nomu back. Well, not the Nomu attacking Shigaraki. Deku attacked Shigaraki, the Nomu defended Shigaraki, and Izuku attacked the Nomu, cutting off both limbs. And the thing about Enderman, well, Izuku, the reason why he did not get a certain anger fest when he saw everyone without his glasses in the hero versus villains is because he's like, Endermans could decide if they want to get mad at someone for looking at them or not. Izuku did not realize that he is slowly learning that. Like, every Enderman has to learn this, but because a lot of Endermans do not get visited by humans, they do not learn this, and that's why they're still in like a frenzy when people look at them. Izuku ripped off both Nomu's arms and one of the Nomu's legs before he got tackled down by the Nomu. And then he ripped off the Nomu's bottom jaw. And then pushed him off, thinking that he was a goner. And went to attack Shigaraki, and then being punched close to the water by the Nomu again. Turns out, Nomus can regenerate, which is normal. He told Suyu and Mineta to take Aizawa up to everyone else. As Izuku looks at the Nomu, and the Nomu looks back directly at his eyes, as Izuku goes into a frenzy and starts slashing, cutting with his nails. Like, they're not even nails on his fingertips, they are talons. He even takes out dirt from nearby place, like stone, dirt, and cobble, as well as clay, and use them as weapons, like bows, axes, swords, shields, all of that. And Deku's like still holding back Nomu, but the Nomu's still fighting back. Izuku realized, this guy is difficult. How long until I have to beat him down for he could understand to go down? Like, I don't want to hurt people, but you are making me feel like I have to hurt you. Izuku's literally an inch away from losing his cool and going into a complete frenzy, killing off a lot of people. Like, if a lot of people looked at one enderman, they will go into a complete frenzy, which means they will kill off every single person that looked at them. And Izuku decided, okay, maybe a frenzy might be a good option. Or not. Because Deku's like deciding if he goes into a frenzy state or not. For some reason, because now he has that control over himself. And yes, the Enderman do have their specific language, and he does write into that language. And Izuku does have a little problem with remembering stuff, but he does remember the most. Like friends, enemies, and how to eat and breathe. Do not ask about the final two things, I will not explain it any further. Almost to my time limit. I can't think of anything else, so I'm guessing that's the final option right here.